Good morning, everybody. How you doing? It's wee Paddy from across the shuck, and you're very welcome back to the channel. Now, you've seen an unusual title for my channel. Got an Ashley Harrison custom. Didn't like it. There you go. Never seen that in my channel. Now, I said didn't like it, which is a past tense. Things have changed a bit, so I'm going to explain to you why they changed, why I didn't like it when I first got it. And it's nothing to do with his skill as a custom knife maker. This knife is perfect. It is made perfectly. That's not why I didn't like it. Do you want to know why I didn't like it? It's got brass bolsters. I don't like brass bolsters. I had one knife with a brass bolster, and it was a Rough Rider, and it's gone now. I'll give it to somebody. I don't even know who I gave it to. I gave it to the other week, just for a bit of spite. So it's gone. But, after Sharp Show, I came back home and I was knackered, and I just was having a footer through my things, and I picked this out because I'd sort of arranged a trade for with a fella in America. He's got a fixed blade coming out, and I wanted to have his fixed blade, and I thought, well, I can't afford it, so I'll trade, and I would use this as a trade. And then yesterday, Mikey was saying he'd been at the shop with Ashley, and Ashley had said, do you know if Stephen liked that knife that I'd sent him? And he says, yeah. And I didn't have that. I hadn't had the heart to say anything. And I didn't do the video because I don't do bad videos, especially when there's nothing bad with a knife. This is a thing, an aesthetic thing that's with it. Now, I didn't tell Ashley to do nickel, silver, brass, or stainless steel. I just said brass, Ashley. And like, this is what I do with Ashley nearly every time. I tell him what I want, and then I say, right, go ahead, you make it. And I just say, I take whatever Ashley does because he's never let me down. And I felt incredibly let down. it's pathetic. This is the initial thoughts that go in my head when I don't like something. I am a stubborn, really, when I get something like that, I'm hyper. And if one wee thing's gone, I don't like it. And I've never had that with Ashley. It's really strange. I've had it with lots of other knives. But I'd had it with this. Now, thankfully, nothing happened, and I left it sitting in my drawer, picked it out, and yesterday I was saying to the boys last night, I actually love it now. I really do like it. And in fact, we're trying to organise a club knife that we made, Paddy and Pal's club knife, and we've decided we're going to have brass bolsters on it. I am such a weird creature. So look, what did I get off Ashley? Let's go through, because it's been a couple of months since I've had this knife. I've been sitting footering here. What have I got? I have got a two-bladed whittler, and it is stunning. I want to let you just see, look at this bone. And here's what I love is this bottom bit where the horn itself, the stag, is sort of, the dye's running through it, but not dye because it wasn't dyed, but it's bleeding into this. The real stag itself, the horn, is beautiful coming into the edges, and it makes it look nearly pocket worn. As if you've been rubbing it and the dirt off your hands got into the bone. But what a stunning piece of bone, and what lovely brass bolsters. And I genuinely mean this. Yeah, I know it's crazy, but I genuinely mean it. And look at that, the show side. Look at that gorgeous piece of stag. The colour in this stag is outstanding. Outstanding. The threaded bolsters, top and bottom, just make this such a classy knife. And this is for a man who doesn't do a lot of twin blades, right? This is a very thin, the actual back spring and the steel for the knife is really thin. These blades are thin because that's what you want on a whittling knife, but they're sturdy, if that makes any sense. You'll see in a minute. Look at this. I need to show you this. Look how small these two blades are going into this. Look how well offset they are. They don't touch at all. You can see there's a gap. I'm trying to get this to show you. There you go. They don't touch at all. Not at all. And if you were very careful, you would never get a scratch mark on it. Yeah, but I'm not very careful. So I don't mind in the slightest. This is a working blade. It's a bit of steel. If it gets scratched, so what? I'm not really into all that. The small blade. What do I like? I didn't dictate this blade at all. This is Ashley. What do I like? A spay. He remembers. He put a little spay on it. But the spay blade, I'd actually made a mess of the other video, but a spay blade in this shape with that lovely big bit of belly is great. If you're going to do a spoon, this is great for carving down in and removing stock. You know, to get that depth and you can go round the corner. It's just beautiful. Just want to show you just how easy it is just to go round the corner. Look at that. And you've taken a chunk out. Look, you can see that. That's what it's so good for. It's just removes, and it's so sharp. Like, I mean, this has just come from the maker. I haven't done anything, but that's the start of your spoon or whatever you're making. You can get that indentation with just this. You don't need a specialized tool. That little spay is perfect. Perfect. Couldn't fault it. Beautiful little knife. Now, is there scratches on it? Yep. Because I don't take care and I just push across because it's quite a stiff pull, as you heard. Pull it up and it rubs the other side of the blade. Couldn't give a monkeys. All my Ashley knives I use, and I hope that's what he wants to do, because listen to that. I mean, how many other slip joints that are made for whittling have a backspring that strong? Now, it's not as strong as the normal knives because it's two blades in one. But what you don't want to do with this knife is open two blades at the same time, because you're putting an inordinate amount of pressure onto the backspring. So just one blade at a time. It's all you can use unless you're kung fu fighting. This has got a lovely strong pull. Listen to that. It is just beautiful. Everything you want in an Ashley, but maybe just temper down a little bit because you've got two blades. They're not thick blades. This is a whittling knife. Look at that beautiful blade for whittling. And I was sitting this morning the tip of it is just fine. You can do lots of fine work. You can bore, you can bore a hole if you had to do an eye on a wee human that you're carving, like a Justin. I mean, it's got everything you need. The back part of it is substantial and it can just remove stock. Not a problem at all. Just beautiful for removing stock. So it's got everything, and it's actually really sharp. I actually put a good edge on it, and I just have to hone it really. But isn't that Wharncliffe beautiful? Isn't that just a beautiful Wharncliffe? It is stunning. And bear in mind, I didn't like this. Can you tell? It was past tense. I love it. Listen to this. Oh, give us some strength. That is just gorgeous. Beautiful work. Absolutely beautiful work. Beautiful. The backspring. Look at that backspring. I don't know where it was Ashley or his father done the chasing up the backspring, but the liners are all worked as well. Look at these liners on both sides, and with that chasing, I just think that is stupendous. I don't know anybody else that does work as good, as neat, as tidy. And this is done all by hand with a little file for doing the liners. But that backspring is done by hand with a hammer and a chisel. It really, genuinely is. I can't wait to go to the workshop next year and let you see just some of their work in action. I really will hope Ashley's dad, Michael, who will do the chasing for me on a knife. I'll bring a knife and just let him do the chasing on it, just to do it live. I'm so excited. So excited. So this knife, I have now fallen in love with. The brass, we're going to make our Paddy and Pal's knife in probably wood and brass, because that's just lovely. I am a flippin' weirdo. But honestly, this is just everything I could ever want in a whittler. And when I've actually used the blades, it's amazing. They're very good. But I wasn't even using the blooming thing to find out, because it wasn't the blades, it wasn't the fit and finish on the back, it wasn't anything to do. It's just, I'm not sure. I don't like brass bolsters. But I'm a weirdo. I do like brass bolsters. I just think the brass goes so beautiful with a stag. And it's like I'm looking through a different set of lenses at the knife now. The brass goes better with the stag than just nickel silver or stainless steel. Doesn't it? It really does. And the brass pins are beautiful as always from Ashley. You can't feel a damn thing. Beautiful. Beautiful. So Ashley, I'm sorry for not liking you for a while. It is purely the madness that is created inside my head. This knife is now a permanent collection feature. It's gone nowhere, and I'm going to use the bloody thing. I've got plenty of these little blocks of wood. I am going to start very shortly and do a little carving, and I'll show you the carving that I do with this knife, because I'm a terrible artist. I can't draw to save my life. I've never really done anything, whittling wise that would make any good viewing. But I'm gonna have to have a go with this little knife, and I'm gonna play with it because it deserves to be played with. I mean, this is the sort of thing next year when I'm going camping, I'll take with me and sit and whittle. But I'm really pleased, Ashley. Thank you very much. This is a no-one tool steel, by the way, which is just super. I mean, a good strop after every sort of 5 minutes will keep this a razor's edge. Hopefully, but I'll let you know. But look at it. How could I not have liked that knife? Here's the show side. Look at that. How could I not have liked? Do you like it or do you not like it? I just think it is fabulous. As a utensil as well that I'm going to use, it is first class. I just can't believe how close you can get down. Look, you can see the gap. Tiny little gap, but they don't rub. And if you're taking your time, when you put your finger in here, pull the other way, pull away from the one, it won't scratch. But I'll not do that. So there's no point in me saying that I'll do it. I won't. It'll just have wee marks where they rub together. But it'll take too many years. I don't have that long left on this earth before that rubbing rubs all the way through and causes damage. So there you go. Paddy's away. Sorry, I just had to let you know what happens inside my brain. And the poor fella that I was going to trade it with doesn't even know yet, because I just had to make this video this morning. Impulsive. Mad. But really, really happy. Ashley, this is flipping excellent. Flipping excellent. Love it. Sorry for being a prat. So there you go. Still never had a bash that bad, Ashley. I'll get him one day. One day I will get him. One day. Thank you so much, Ashley. Thank you so much, Michael. If you done the backspring, if you didn't, I'm not going to thank you. It's all Ashley's work. And thank you for people listening to my waffle. And for those who joined in, I started a wee buy me a cup of tea. Down below in the description, there's the details there. Whatever you like, there's a PayPal there. And if you buy a wee cup of tea, it just helps with the channel and helps me buy knives. So there you go. Paddy's away. I have a nice wee cup of tea here, a wee cup of lemon tea, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. Take care. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye now.